Hey everyone, welcome to part 10 of this trophy and achievement guide for Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Thank you all for coming along on this journey with me, and a special thanks to all of the channel members who helped to support the channel. I really appreciate your support. Now without further ado, let's dive right into it. We just left the Galbadia prison and we're inside the military truck. Let's go forward until we get to the road and then turn left, and we'll follow this road around until we can get back to Delling City because we've got a little bit of a side project to work on right now. So once we get to Delling City, we can hop out of the truck and go inside. Then we're just going to run straight ahead toward the right side of the screen, and that will take us into a new area. From here, we can go forward a little bit further toward the right side of the screen, and we're going to be inside a different area. Very near to us is going to be a bus station attendant, so we can talk to him and see that the next bus is going to Caraway's mansion. We want to go there, so let's hop aboard this bus, and then we can press triangle to get off the bus when we arrive. And now we're going to go over toward the right side of the screen to actually go inside Caraway's mansion. I would recommend using the save point right outside the door before we go inside, because we need to do something very particular in Triple Triad, and in case anything goes wrong, we now have a backup save. Once we go inside, we're going to go over and challenge General Caraway to a game of Triple Triad, but we're not going to win this one. Instead, what we want to do is to choose the Ifrit card that we've had for a very long time, and we're going to choose 4 other very weak cards because the goal is to lose the Ifrit card to General Caraway. So once you've chosen Ifrit and your 4 weak cards, you want to intentionally play very poorly so that you will lose this game. Alright, and there we go. We definitely lost that game, and we lose the Ifrit card as a result. General Caraway is a good sport and will accept our card gratefully. When we go and talk to him, we get a choice of what to say. If we ask about cards, he's going to tell us that he lost the Ifrit card that we gave him the other day. I don't know how he managed to lose it to the Galbadia Garden Master Martin in the last 4 seconds, but apparently he pulled it off. But that's okay because we're now able to challenge him and we can get a much better card, his Rinoa card. So once you lose Ifrit, you have the ability to gain the Rinoa card, so make sure you do that. Don't worry, we will be able to get the Ifrit card back a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and leave Caraway's mansion, and we're going to make it all the way back outside of Delling City so that we can continue on with the game. If you want to, go ahead and use the bus to transport yourself back toward the station. When the first bus arrives, it's going to go to the presidential residence. That's not where we want to go, but we can still ride it anyway. Eventually, it will get to where we're going. So let's hop aboard, and we're going to ride it for a little while. We're now going through the shopping arcade. We don't need to stop here, so let's keep on going. The Galbadia Hotel is also not our preferred destination, so we'll keep on going from here as well. And finally, we get to Delling City Station. This is where we want to stop, so press triangle, get out, and then we're going to go over toward the left side of the screen. And now from here, keep going toward the left side of the screen to get back to where the rent-a-car area is. We don't need the car because we've got one waiting for us outside, so just go ahead and exit out the bottom left corner of the screen, then go over and hop in the military vehicle again. Now let's turn toward the left, and you can see that there's a rocky wall on the right side of the screen, and there's also going to be a building straight ahead of us. We want to go to that building, so let's go straight over here, and we actually have to drive the vehicle directly into here. Don't get out and run in, drive it. Alright, go ahead. Really? Whew. Following the launch on Trabia Garden, prepare for the launch on Balamb Garden. All personnel, take your positions. Ew, this uniform is so itchy and smelly. Exactly when is this lunchtime? It doesn't matter. We have to stop the missiles. That's all there is to it, right? If there's a door, we go in. If there's anything we can break, we break. And in the end, we'll blow this place to smithereens. Hey, Selfie, I like your attitude. Let's do it up. Let's get a move on. Let's go over toward the left and then go in the green door of this building. Let's go down the stairs and use the save point if you wish. Right in between the two doors on the left side of the screen is going to be a flashing button, and that's a control panel. Let's use it. Insert ID card, but we don't have one. Selfie, just calm down. So like, I found this in the car. Give it a try. Verifying. Access granted. Woohoo! Now we'll go through the door on the left side of that glowing button. Now let's run forward a couple steps. Yikes! There's someone there! What to do? What to do? We're going to walk by quietly. It might look suspicious if we run. Let's just walk by here. At this point, the game actually takes away your ability to run, so don't worry about accidentally running. You just have to walk past this guard. Hey, you! Stop right there! Yikes! Do we look that suspicious? Huh, walking in the single file. Your parents must have raised you well. That's very good manners. Always be thankful to your parents for bringing you up. Yes, sir. Wow, that was weird. What a strange man. And we'll keep walking over toward the right side to go into a different area. Now continue to run forward, over toward the right, and go down the stairs on the right side of the screen. We're going to go down the stairs using the save point if you want to, and then go back down toward the bottom of the screen to get into a different area. As you run toward the camera, there's a draw point for some blind magic. Let's go ahead and draw that with any of our characters. And now we want to go over toward the right side of the screen and talk to the guard who is further toward the back. Huh? I'm busy now. What do you want? Oh yeah, aren't we supposed to inspect the circuit room soon? Oh, it's that time already? We're doing the real thing today, so there's no way we have time for it. Sorry to trouble you, but could you deliver a message for us? Tell the guys by the missile launcher to go on ahead, and that we'll catch up with them later. Thanks a lot, we really appreciate it. Thanks. Now let's go back the way we came, away from the camera. And now we'll go through the door right next to the guard in the middle of the screen. We can go forward, and on the left side is going to be a draw point for some full life magic. That's very good. Let's just draw it with someone, and then we want to talk to the guard in the back. Excuse me, sir, I have a message for you. Well, what is it? What was it again? To go on ahead. It's about inspecting the circuit room. The maintenance team said they were too busy so that you could go on ahead. Oh, okay, but I'm still not done here, you know. Could you tell them I can't go just yet? Thanks, I appreciate it. Now let's make our way back to those previous guards by running out of this room, going over toward the left, back down toward the bottom of the screen, and then we want to go over toward the right side of the screen and talk to the first guard we come to. They said they were too busy to go too. Geez, what do we do? Guess we have no choice but to go. Alright, can I ask you to go? What? Hey, that's not cool. What if the base commander finds out? It'll be fine. All we do is go and make sure everything's up and running anyway. Well, I hope you're right. So that's that. We're counting on you. Yes, sir! Woohoo! Blow the place to smithereens! Once again, we're going to leave this room and go back out to where that save point is. And then we want to go up the nearby stairs, just loop around and head back up. Now go over toward the left side, and then come back down toward the bottom of the screen. Let's go talk to the guard that we walked past earlier. The maintenance team asked us to take their place with the inspection. Oh, really? Then I guess my shift is over. I'm gonna call in my relief. Go ahead with the inspection. Now we can go over it and use the draw point on the far side of the room. This is going to contain some Blizzara magic. We can draw it with anyone. And now we want to go over and interact with the glowing button on the control panel. This must be the control panel, but I'm not sure what to do. Just hit whatever. I'm not sure what to do, so I'll just press whatever. That's strange. Nothing happened. Maybe I should try again. Just press whatever. Here goes nothing! Huh? Hey, the lights went out! Electrical system malfunction. Maintenance team investigate immediately. We have to leave this room before anyone comes. Alright, next! Let's go over toward the right and leave the room. Hey you, what's going on here? When given the option of what to do, you want to say, try to talk my way out. If you fight them, you actually get a lower seed rank. When asked what kind of excuse you want, it doesn't really matter. I'll just say, we were just about to go call on you. We were just about to go call on you. Alright then, let us take care of it. Hey, what are you doing? Ah, who are you? Woohoo, let's keep moving. Geez, Selfie can be a little out of control at times. Now let's go over toward the right side to go to a different area, and then once again we're going to go over toward the right side to get back into the room with the save point. Hey, could you lend us a hand? The power's down and we need some help. I guess so. Come on. We'll make our way down the stairs and then try to go into that nearby room and we'll get a cutscene. Hey, you. Haven't seen you around before. What to do? What to do? Play it cool. Well, we need some help in here. I guess it doesn't really matter who. Do you think you could lend a hand? And now we're going to agree to help out. This way, follow me. Unbelievable. Power failure at a crucial time like this? What the heck are those maintenance guys doing? In order to help out, we need to go and stand in between the two guards who are trying to push the missile launcher, and we're going to interact with this area. Then we have to press the square button repeatedly to push the launcher into position. It takes quite a few presses to get it all the way over there, so just try to mash the button as quickly as you can to get through it. It doesn't really matter though, it's not a timed thing or anything, you can't fail it, you just have to press square a lot of times. And now let's go talk to the lazy bum who didn't help us push this. Good work. All we need to do now is confirm the coordinates on the control panel. The program should be ready to go. You guys get on it. Hey, the control panel? Now we're talking. Let's run down toward the bottom of the screen to go back out into the hallway, and on the right side is the control panel. Let's go interact with it. Does anyone know how to work this? Solak, let's just bust it up. Yeah, bust it up real good, but it'll be a mega bummer if we launch the missiles by mistake. So should we hold back a little and just mess around with it a bit? Yeah, I think we should. The system is going to boot up and get us all logged in. There's nothing we have to do for this part, just let it work. And then once it's all loaded up, we're going to get a couple different options for things to choose that we can do. You can play around with this a little bit, but really all we have to do is go to Target, and then go down to Set Error Ratio. And then we want to hold the right directional button until it increases all the way to the maximum value. And once it gets up here, press X to exit. Now we want to go down to Data Upload, and we'll press X to go into this screen. And then we're going to go left and press yes. It will then begin to load the data into the 3 missile units. And then once that's done, we're really all done with this computer. So it's going to then go back to the main screen. We can press down and hit exit. And once again, go down and press exit again. After that, we can go over toward the left side of the screen so that we can use the save point over here before we continue on. We've got a boss fight coming up, and we want to make sure that our Guardian Forces are learning the right abilities. Quetzalcoatl has Magic plus 40%, Shiva is Vitality plus 20%, Ifrit is Ammo Refine. Looks like Siren mastered her last abilities, so let's go ahead and teach her Status Magic Refine as a new ability. Brothers is Strength Junction, Diablos is Encounter None, Carbuncle is HP Junction. Once that's all set, it looks like our HP is a little bit lower than I want it to be for the next fight, so we can use a tent to get everyone's health back up to full. And then of course, go ahead and save the game. And once that's done, we're going to go over toward the right side of the screen and talk to the guard at the bottom of the stairs. This place is off limits, you're not allowed up here. But we've come to report on the missile coordinate data. Oh, very well. Go right ahead. Did we have someone that puny in our base? All systems go, sir. Everything's all set, sir. We had some minor setbacks, but proceed as scheduled. We're running behind, but prepare for the final launch phase. Roger. Roger! Attention, this is the control room. We are now entering the final phase of the missile launch. Take your designated positions and prepare for the launch. Huh? What are you doing in here? We've come to report on the missile coordinates. Oh. Don't move. I thought you looked suspicious. You're the intruders. No use hiding it now. That salute you just did was completely wrong. Yikes! Well, at least we made it this far. It's about time we rumbled. What are you doing? Ah! Ta-da! Whew! Finally, this military uniform is itchy and it stinks. Time for us to get serious. Are they from Garden? As you can tell, we now have to fight 3 enemies. The enemies in blue, you can mug a high potion out of them, and the enemy in red, you can mug a tent out of them. So if you've got that mug command, I definitely would recommend that you try to mug some free items out of them. Other than that, just use your normal physical attacks to take them out. It's very quick and easy to do. The enemies in blue go down with about 3 physical attacks, and the enemy in red is closer to maybe 5 or 6, depending on how many critical hits you get. Should go down pretty quickly though, so let's just go ahead and fly through this and then finish up the fight. If you've been doing quite a bit of fighting and killing enemies, or carding them, or having your guardian forces kill enemies, then you may have already gotten the 100 kills trophy, but it was at the conclusion of this battle that I actually got that trophy. Don't worry if you haven't gotten that yet though, because we will be grinding out 1,000 kills for a separate trophy, so this one will come naturally as we progress toward that one later on. Okay then, let's stop the missiles, blow the base to smithereens, and get out of here! This seems to be the control room. Maybe we can stop the missiles from here. So let's just split up and start looking. Let's start by going to the control panel over on the left side behind Rinoa, and then Rinoa and Irvine will go show you where the other 2 control panels are. Hey, I found it! Push this, then that. There, I'm done! Woohoo! All we need now is to find the self-destruct mechanism. We now have to use the 2 control panels that Irvine and Rinoa were using. The one for Irvine was over on the right side. I don't think it's this one. And then we want to use the control panel just to the left of the door where Rinoa was. I don't think it's this one. And now we can go through the door to the back room. Let's go forward a bit and then interact with the control panel on the left side of the screen. Hey, this is the self-destruct mechanism for the base. Let's see here. We have to set a time. You want to choose 10 minutes. It's definitely enough time for us, and it also opens up a shortcut to make things easier. Let's see here. Self-destruct mechanism activated. 10 minutes until destruction. All staff evacuate the base immediately. Woohoo! Let's hurry on out of here. Because we chose 10 minutes, we can go through this door, and it's a shortcut. It's not over yet. And we're back in the first room. Hey, what was that noise? And now we'll go up the stairs and exit toward the left side of the screen. Let's run to the right side until a cutscene begins. Well, we didn't prevent the missile launch, but that's okay. Let's keep going to the right to get into a fight. There's no way I'm letting you all live. It would be inexcusable to Sorceress Adia. I don't want to suffer her wrath. Are you men ready? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's go. And now we have a boss fight against BGH-251F2. This thing has a maximum level of 21 and it maxes out at 8,400 HP, but if you're right around level 10 like me, it's only got 6,000 HP. You'll notice that it has 6 kind of pillars sticking out the top of it, and each one of those represents about 1/6 of its total health. Once you deal about 1/6 of its health and damage, one of those will blow up, so it's a good visual indicator for how well the fight's going and how close it is to being defeated. Because it's a machine, it's going to be weak to all sorts of thunder magic, so what I like to do is just have my strongest physical attacker, which in this case is Rinoa, just use physical attacks, and the other party members can use thunder or thundaga that we drew from the prison a little while ago. The main thing is just to finish the fight before we run out of time, which should be pretty easy, but as soon as we defeat this thing, it's actually going to get replaced by the 3 soldiers who are piloting it. So you need to make sure that you've got enough time to accomplish all of that. Luckily for us, it doesn't have anything that we can mug, so we don't need to spend time worrying about trying to mug a good item out of it. We just have to defeat it by using thunder magic and strong physical attacks, and you should have more than enough time. It does hit harder than pretty much anything that we've encountered so far in the game, except for maybe those Grendels that we fought earlier, but we shouldn't have a problem, especially if we've got a lot of HP junction and some good strength junction to magic so that we can do lots of damage and take him out very quickly. If you find that you're having a hard time surviving its attacks, you can also draw both Shell and Protect magic out of him, and then you can cast it on your own party members. He also has the Stop spell, but he is immune to that, so it's not worth trying to cast it on him, and we don't really want to spend a lot of extra time drawing magic out of him either because we are on that limited timetable. If you did set the timer for a lot longer, you would have more time to do that, but honestly, that's just kind of a waste in my opinion. Once you do enough damage to it, the pilots inside will lose control and it's going to blow up, and then this enemy is going to go away and it's going to get replaced by the 3 people who are piloting it before. It's going to be 2 of the blue soldiers and 1 of the red soldiers. These guys are very weak and you can just use your normal physical attacks to take them out very quickly. You just need to make sure that you have enough time to finish them off before that timer in the upper right hand corner counts down to 0 and we get a game over. So let's just finish them off quickly and then we're going to be done with this section. And there we go, the boss is defeated. We get no experience for that, but we do get the Weapons Monthly June edition and any other applicable rewards. Ifrit now learned Ammo Refine, which is very important for us, and we get some other junctioning abilities as well. At this point, the game puts us on about a 30-second timer, and there's nothing that we can do in this area. There's no way to escape, so we just have to run around here for a little bit, or you can basically just stay still. Just wait for those 30 seconds to expire before the game will continue on. Are we locked in? Squall will take care of the rest, right? It's all over. I don't want to die. There's so much in life I want to enjoy. Squall, he didn't trust me. That's probably why he put me on this team. What are you all saying? Squall chose us because he believed in us. I'm sure of it. We can do it. That's what he thought when he made this team. Isn't that right, Squall? All right, the garden's safe. It looks like they did it. Still, the missiles could be on their way. We have to report to the headmaster. Come on. Well, first things first, we're going to open up the menu and then go down to the switch option, and we're going to junction exchange Zell with Irvine, Rinoa with Squall, and Quistis with Selfie. And now that everyone is junctioned, we're going to go to the GF option, and we're going to make sure that all of our Guardian Forces are learning the right things. Ifrit just learned Ammo Refined, so instead we're going to teach him Strength plus 40%. Brothers also learned an ability, so let's go ahead and teach a new one. We're going to go with Spirit Junction. And finally, Carbuncle learned an ability as well, so let's go over to that one, and we're going to choose the Recovery Medicine Refine ability. Now once that's done, we're going to go back to the Junction command, and we want to go and choose Quistis. We're going to hit Junction, Guardian Force, and we want to remove Shiva, and then we're going to go over to Zell, and we're going to give Zell Shiva. Doing this will allow all three of our party members to have both HP Junction and Strength Junction available to them, meaning that we're going to be able to survive a lot and also to kill very efficiently. You can auto-junction everyone's magic toward attack. It's probably the best one. Make sure someone has the Encounter Half ability equipped, and at least one person should have Draw equipped, but I think the best standard practice is for everyone to have Draw. And then after that, we're going to leave the menu, and we actually want to leave Balamb Garden and run outside, because we can go to the nearby town of Balamb and do something very special over there. So we can just run around the road, that way we can avoid all of the combat encounters, and then we're going to go into the town of Balamb. Let's run toward the bottom of the screen to go into a different area, and then continue to run over to the draw point. We can go ahead and draw some more thunder magic, and then we're going to go over toward the left side where we can find the Queen of Cards waiting for us. Let's go challenge the Queen of Cards to a game, and she's going to keep wanting to try to mix the rules of Balamb and Galbadia together. Typically, you just want to keep saying no until she stops asking. It's not a big deal if you go into it though, it just may spread a rule like the Elemental rule throughout the whole region. That's, however, not so bad. What we really want to do, though, is to keep challenging her until the trade rule is the one that we want. So different means that we get a different amount of card depending on how well we do. The more cards we end up with, the more we get to steal. Direct is a terrible rule because that way every card that she flips over, we lose at the end of the match. And ultimately what we want to do is end up with something like either different or preferably the all rule. This is a very high risk, high reward rule because if we lose, we're going to lose all 5 of our cards to her. However, if we win, we're going to take all 5 of the opponent's cards, and that can really be beneficial for us. So we're just going to play one game with our preferred trade rule, and then we're going to continue on. And now let's go back into the other screen. And now the time has come to get Squall's ultimate weapon. To do that, we're going to open the menu, we're going to go to Ability, we're going to go down to Card Mod, and then we're going to go over to the El Noil cards that we've been collecting. You should have 20 of them by this point. And we're going to modify these cards into 2 energy crystals. There's also one more card that we want to card mod, and that's going to be the Minotaur card that we got at the same time that we got the Brothers Guardian Force. So find the Minotaur and refine it into 10 adamantines. That's very important. And now that we have 2 energy crystals from the El Noil cards and the 10 adamantines, we can go to Ammo Refine, and then we're going to go over and find those energy crystals, and we're going to refine those into 20 pulse ammos. Now let's close out of here and we're going to go over to the item menu and we're going to verify that we have 4 dragon fangs that we got from defeating Grendels a while ago. Alright, let's close out of this and then we're going to go to the junk shop right back here, and now we're able to choose Squall and the Lionheart, which is his best weapon. It gives us a pretty good boost to our strength, but it also gives us a brand new limit break option when we do the Rinsokuken. It can finish with something called Lionheart, which is incredibly powerful. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and leave the town of Balamb, just run away from the camera, and just keep going until we get back outside. And now we're going to make our way back over to Balamb Garden, but we won't actually go inside of it just yet because we're going to wait for part 11 to do that. It's kind of a lengthy sequence, and I want to make sure that we're focused on doing that. So this is where we're going to end part 10. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like and also comment down below. Those things really help me out. And consider subscribing to join our amazing community. I'll see you soon for part 11. Until then, thanks for watching and have a good day.